play Pandora or do both.
Oh, yeah, if you want to set your thing up and still do your thing. We gotta wait on the book to face. There we go. Hey, what's going on? Say that again. Hey, now you know what it is. You gotta get some shades, Whiskey Charlie. Whiskey Charlie ain't got no shades.
Yeah, you gotta get some shades, man.
I guess he's shaded because they can't see him. But anyway, hey, what's going on, world? It's me again, Ethan Smith, aka Big Sarge. Another soulful session? Nope. Grunt Speak. By grunts, for grunts. With my man on my right, your left, shooter.
Killer Wolf, baby.
On my left, your right, unseen, don't need to be seen, just make sure he heard. Whiskey Charlie, say something to the people.
What's good, everybody?
Hey, I hope y'all heard that Whiskey Charlie say what's good. If you ain't hear him, tag a message in the comment box. Grunt Speak, by grunts, for grunts. Everybody's welcome, where everybody cannot and will not be a member. If you don't hold that MOS identifier 11B, 11 Charlie, 0311, Marine Infantry, then this ain't the place where you really gonna be able to understand how we be. But if you come be part of the brigade, part of the family, we'll treat you like family on Grunt Speak. But today, we ain't gonna talk about Alpha Male. We ain't gonna finish that.
Yeah,
we gonna talk about something
something more important.
Something more important, something more near and dear to my heart. If you watched my post from yesterday, you seen my post earlier today. I've been shouting out my brother Eric Daggs. Hooligan hashtag Hooligan Eric Daggs with a heart on it. Whatever you want to do, however you want to put that in there. But make sure you put that in there. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about losing our fellow brothers, man. Yeah, losing our fellow brothers again to the demons that we sometimes all have faced in our life. And how were you able to get through those things? And how do we do better to start to combat those things? It's like when we fought the enemies and the TTPs would change all the time. Like for me, I can remember being in Iraq in 06, 07, same time with my man Daggs. You know, the enemy TTPs would change all the time. We had rhinos for the EFPs. You know what I'm saying? The long ride that stuck out. Sometimes you make it long, sometimes you make it short because they understood that this person, the lead of the TC, sit right here. So they aim it there. So you aim the rhino, which is a rhino ain't nothing but a glow plug. You want to set the EFP off before the EFP set off on you. So what I'm saying is the TTPs have changed and they go back and forth. Now that we at home, you know, you don't have a phone tree anymore. And for y'all who don't know that, hey, what's up, Tay Gun? Appreciate you. I forgot to tell you. Make sure you share this video for me. You got my big brother, little brother Tay. Little brother Tay.
Salute, brother.
He say he on deck. He do something to where he share our page, man, and it be hundreds and hundreds of people watching.
Oh, okay, yeah.
11B, share this video. Let me tag this video.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
And before I get too deep in there, what we gonna get into, man? Talk. How y'all been, Whiskey Charlie and Shooter? It's been a minute, cause I've been moving around. So how's everything been for you?
You want to start?
Well, everything's been good my way. Just helping recover from the storms. Help donate product to some people that lost their homes. Home Depot has donated a lot to homeless people in and around the city, around here, and also into the Lake Charles area in Louisiana. So stay on top. Trying to take care of the people that take care of us too at the same time, because a lot of homeless vets are out there. So that's what we be doing. That's what I've been doing the last couple of days, 10 days straight.
Man, wow, that's amazing right there. Yeah, I remember talking about that like a week or so ago when you were talking about coming through, and I had just got done moving and getting my dad in place and things like that. Shooter was there, and you was talking about hunkering down, and like we move on so fast in life, not even realizing the things that happen in certain parts of our country.
Man, shit, that's my state, Louisiana, man. I thought the worst, man. I thought 2 fucking hurricanes coming for us, so these things get the blunt of it. I guess Lake Charles and a lot of shit like that got fucked up, but man.
Yeah. It's about every bit of the little town beside us, probably about not even 15 minutes away, is got pretty destroyed. And then, of course, I'm only like maybe 20 minutes away from the Louisiana state line. So
already.
We felt the winds over here.
That's rough, man. What about you, Shooter? What like?
Man, shit, been helping you move for the most part. You know, getting ready for this move to Atlanta coming December now.
Okay.
Early
Yeah.
December, you know,
Wolf
checking
Den
everything
relocating.
out, getting ready for vacation. You know, Corona can't hold me down forever, man. Gotta get the fuck up out this bitch, man. So, you know, getting ready for a vacation, new life, man, you know. Just
what's
getting
up.
things right, doubling up on the workouts now, you know.
Tay, what's going on? Kibby, what's going on?
Trying slow motion.
Hey,
baby, slow
Platts,
motion.
what's going on? Slow motion. See, everybody got something going on, man. I want to talk about, and I know no football. Hey, I'm rocking the reason I'm rocking the Michigan hat today. Usually I'm rocking something else, I don't know. But the reason I'm rocking the Michigan hat today is in representation of my buddy Daggs. And I've seen him rock his Michigan Wolverines gear. And I am a huge Wolverines fan, so I'm grateful that he rocked the Wolverines because I wasn't going to probably put on Sparty Green. I don't know, maybe just for this occasion it's like drinking. I don't always drink, but for certain occasions, for certain things, I will and I do. But I'm always go blue.
I'll allow the hat on it for the day, you know, in the Wolf Den. You know, it's LSU over here, so I'm allowed for the day. You know,
Listen
I'm
to
gonna
me. Listen to me.
let them roll with it today, man, you know.
We'll be shooting Grunt Speak on the corner nearby you because I'm not taking off the go blue.
You gotta come
okay?
off.
I'm not taking off the go blue.
Come on.
So I'm rocking the go blue on the hat and I'm wearing the Detroit Tigers on the socks.
Oh.
Because I know that's how Daggs got down. The only thing I'm missing is my Red Wings and my Lions. But I got the gray G-Shock on thanks to Frank. It's Lions gray. So anyhow, he said, what's happening, Rick Ross?
Already, what's up with
Kibby
the big
say,
dog?
yeah, Kibby say what's happening with it. So that's what I want to talk about today, man. What I'm representing and how we representing and talking about our people. I want to talk about, you know, if any of us lost somebody to suicide, I feel like I'm on friend or battle brother number 4. I can't even keep count no more. To be honest with you, I don't want to keep count.
Yeah, it's just sad, man. You know, a lot of veterans, a lot of us come back to nothing. You know, wives gone, you know, the kids be taken, can't get into this civilian world, you know, trying to fit in, and you know, sometimes that shit come hard on us, man. You know, get the drinking, all that other shit, man, and then you got the demons to deal with war.
Right.
Fucking with you every day. Then you mix all that shit in, man. It's like a recipe for disaster. So,
Yeah.
you know, I got a couple buddies too that's, you know, took the little suicide route. But you know, I think that we're being failed as veterans. You know what I'm saying? When we get back here, you send people over there 3-4 times, you know, and expecting them to come back and just be normal, like cut it off.
Yeah, we talked about
You know what
this
I'm saying?
a couple weeks back. You got something on that whiskey, Charlie?
No, it's the same way, man. I feel the same way, man.
Yeah, I think we touched on that before a couple weeks back when I was talking about you know, we don't get the help that we deserve and for multiple reasons. One, I think they don't want to face what the problem and the issue really is at hand. Like I think about that. Daggs was 20 years old. If you look at it, say from 86 to 2020, from 86, 2006, we was in Iraq.
Right.
You just barely out of high school. Same thing, no different than you. Like you take a young man from that environment to that environment, and then for National Guard, it's different. Like you in Iraq, I'm in Iraq, and say July 1st. 2007, I'm in Iraq. By July the 14th, I'm back at home on the couch. And it's even faster for you. I didn't out-process that. I didn't went through that, right?
Right.
I've had time, you know, out-process, get with my battles and talk a little bit, but I haven't had any real help. Ain't nobody asked no real questions.
Well, with me, it was my pride when I got that I didn't get the help I needed. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of pride to go with it. And then, you know, it was like, I ain't shit wrong with me. This regular life, but it's not regular life.
It's not regular
when
life.
you back here in the civilian world.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I had to get my help, man. You know, had to get it, man. That shit probably saved me too. You know, saved my relationship. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know, you got to get that help, man.
You have to, bro, because I know I thought about suicide several times, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't never told this story to nobody, man. Hold on, let me get in there. Said Platt say, living a dream, my friend. That's good. You got to keep living that dream. And that's what we want. All our Hooligan brothers, all my FIBA brothers, all my Bulldog Brothers 141125, all the brothers that I've served with, all the brothers that's watching this video, my brother on my right and my left. All y'all need to get this message. You got to keep living a dream and you got to talk to somebody. And we got to pick up the phone. We got to put bullshit aside because somebody not doing what we wanted them to do or what they think they should do. But this brother has done what you've done and been where you've been. You know what I'm saying?
You know, sometimes, you know, just the little text message is not getting it. Sometimes our brothers actually need that physical contact, like, you know, go sit with them.
We used to do back in the day, you know, when you're actually in, you go out and had drinks together. Hey, you went out and done some PT.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get it down. Let's get dirty, no matter what, you know. It takes that. Sometimes there's, like y'all saying, it's more than just a text. Hey, and then also looking for the signs. You know, the signs are usually out there. You know, they'll usually try to reach out. The last person they try to reach out to usually is a best friend, try to get some sense into their mind at that moment. But that's the same thing what happened to my little nephew. Yeah, he reached out to his best friend. His best friend didn't answer. He ended up shooting himself, you know. But they usually try to reach out last minute. And it could be because of all different types of pressure. But in the military, we know there's like 3 or 4 big things, and 2 of them that I'm well aware is divorces, something to do with divorce and kids. And then money issues. Money is like a big thing. A lot of people get bound up on money. Maybe they lost their job or maybe something along that line and they don't feel like they have nothing else to go out for.
Yeah. And you know,
that's rough.
Yeah, and it is rough. Like I said, I remember feeling one of those things, family, like being a super squared away soldier in the military, especially in the National Guard, because everybody not in your life like active duty, or they say active duty is. I don't know. Hey, how you doing back there? Everybody not in your life and feeling like, yo, I'm a super soldier when I'm in the Army and I'm doing my thing. I'm rock solid. I'm Sergeant Smith. But at home, shit was falling apart, you know, cheating on my wife, not financially being stable for my kids and my family. It's like, how do you live this life this way and be falling apart this way? And I think a lot of our infantry brothers, in some shape, form, of a fashion, they deal with that, but they don't know how to talk about that because you don't have that camaraderie in the group anymore. That's sitting in the woods talking shit, eating MREs, you know, ain't showered in 2 or 3 days, and you find humor in the silliest things. But like you said, when you come back to America, you realize this isn't normal life anymore. Something is different, but you don't know you different when you just spent the last 12 months with killers and warriors, and this is how you been living, and now you back at the crib chilling on a couch.
Yeah, that shit, bro. It's a wake up call when you get back.
That's a wake up call. And listen to me, man. I ain't bragging about this, and you can say what you want to say about me on this. I'm not a person that go out and vote all the time because people kill me with they voting and the president and all that, but we not getting out here and affecting the people that's really helping our lives, that affect our life, these state and local leaders. We not holding them accountable for our soldiers. Like your husband, your father, your son, your brother, they wouldn't put their life on the line, but then when they come home, they can't get the proper help, or there's so many channels to go through to get that help. Like if we know how to access that information, or somebody help us access that information, like I was just talking to my old squad leader on the phone, you know what I'm saying? And he was telling me about the gentleman next door to him. You telling me about people, you know, like we share information. You gotta keep sharing information. Because
the VA ain't gonna tell you shit.
They ain't gonna tell you shit. And if you waiting on your politics to do it, they're not gonna do that for us.
Especially for this is you know, to benefit you, the VA is not gonna tell you.
No, you gotta go searching for it. It's like finding the needle in a haystack.
And you only giving yourself, you know, bro, you fought for a reason. Most of the time you go in there, you talking to them pussy ass doctors, whatever. And you know, like me, I wouldn't have told the fucking truth. Shit, all of my fucking records, whatever the fuck you need to know. And then, you know, it just ended up happening how it did, you know. I'm straight now, you know what I'm saying? Most time, real grunts, real warriors that have been through some shit, you could go in that motherfucker, just tell the motherfucking honest truth, you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Cameron Becker, what's Grunt Speak? Hold on, Becker. Oh, this is Jamie. I'm glad you guys are talking about this. PTSD is something we need to address in this country firsthand. it's hard on everyone involved. That is absolutely correct. That is Miss Jamie, who is Kibby's wife, and she's always checking us out and shouting us out. And that's a very important thing, and we talked about that before, you know, the supporting cast at home, the wives. And I don't want to get too far away and, you know, getting out of the Daggs and the Ballants and the other guys and who names I can't even think about right now. I don't want to just remember their memory for the way they lost their life. I want to talk about how they live life and how we just forget about those things that they done in life. And like we said, we get off deployment, we get off mission, and the mission ends for us. Like when it comes to talking to one another because of political differences bullshit. When you're in that foxhole and bullets was flying over your head, you don't care if they was white, black, Mexican, Asian. All you knew, if somebody was dead in the squad, it affected everybody.
Yeah,
no matter how it went down, it affected everybody. And it's like, that's what's happening now. We get together for beers and bullshit when somebody gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's no reunions to celebrate. Yo, we all made it home, and then you celebrate.
I think, you know, you deal with too for is a lot of our brothers, bro, when we get out. You know, we're in different places of the world. You know what I'm saying? We so spread out and shit, you know. And then trying to get a set place for everybody to meet, that shit be almost fucking impossible. You know, people got jobs, people got other shit going, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta stop making these excuses. And then, you know, just start checking in on our brothers, man. Straight up.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And I'm not saying that you got to drop everything you doing and call your battle every day. It's a two-way street. We all got to reach out. But it's like, you know, you might not reach everybody in your platoon, but you know somebody that knows somebody that you can reach out to. And now, even with this Facebook and this technology, like, yo, you can automate that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can set the way we were so successful as grunts. We were so successful as grunts and in the army, we were automated. We were robotic. We had a schedule. You know how it go. We did more by 8 a.m. than most people do in a day.
Yeah.
Because you were automated, you had a schedule. So if we fit in a little bit of time for our brothers and say, yo, did you reach out to somebody? What's going on? Did you get your therapy appointment? Have you checked into the VA? Because I've talked to several brothers about, yo, go look into the VA, bro. Go talk to somebody. It's okay.
I stay talking about it, man. You know, it's up to them at the end of the day to
absolutely
take the steps.
And that goes right with what my old LT was saying. I think they don't realize how many people care about them and love them when they're in a dark place. Look at how many people came out after Daggs died. Right. If he only knew how many people cared about him, would he have done what he did? And that's the $1 million question. I feel the same way about my brother Balan. I was talking to my old squad leader earlier. Like, yo, I was his best, to me, I was like his best friend at a point in time. I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt that way. Right. But it was like, why did I miss the signs? And how did he not know? You know what I'm saying? And for me, I felt suicide before, like I was talking. Yeah. I remember walking around Pflugerville Lake, feeling like my life is in the whirlwind. I'm like, man, if I just jump off of this bridge, I know I can't swim. It's a wrap. Right. But then I thought about, like, yo, that would suck. Because Sue is drowning in some bullshit. It's like, that would suck.
Like I say, that's my worst feel, that water.
Yeah, and I guess don't have the heart to do that. But then I thought about, what about the people I leave behind?
Right.
Because you can never answer those questions. Nobody could ever, yo, I thought Smitty was good. I thought he was Mr. Pink. I thought Daggs was all right. I thought he was good. Doesn't mean that he wasn't all right because his life ended this way. God had a different play. But for us here, I know it strikes us in a way that's like, yo, what happened?
Right. You gotta.
Hey, you know where you also were talking about like how we always get like so busy, but at the same time, the signs are usually really out there for everybody to see. And sometimes all it takes is, even if you don't keep close to them and you know that they have that good friend, like you're saying here with the old boy, you know, if you're a real good friend, somebody should have said to you, hey, man, he's been acting strange, you know. Battles, we always look at each other, whether it's me to Sergeant Smith, and I'm telling you, Wolf acting strange right now, right? And then Smith would chime in and go and talk to him, you know. We always, whether it's a chain of link, maybe there's certain people that ain't talking to right at the moment, maybe it's a wife, maybe it's a kid, like, hey, your dad's saying some pretty wild stuff online, or hey, he's acting a little strange when he's out and about.
Right.
You know, the signs are there. It's just that you have to be really, really in tune and know who exactly they are. Like you like you said, we'll never know why But at the same time, there'll be signs, you know, especially when it comes to relationships and money. Like,
Right.
those are two big things. And, you know, they say it's only like, I think when I looked it up, it's only like 15% since 2005 has been because of divorces, but 65% is because of PTSD.
Yeah. PTSD is big right now, man.
And one of the biggest things they link to that is, of course, mental illness.
Mhm.
You know,
Because you come back home and you take those little simple battery tests that all Joes know how to lie on to get back
Oh,
home
yeah.
to their loved ones and to their
Yeah.
family. And ain't nobody doing no real digging. Now I get it. It's our responsibility to speak up and keep beating down and knocking down that door. But let's not forget about the stigma in the infantry about, you know, real men don't do that.
Right.
You know, we don't talk and we don't, you know what I'm saying?
hey, I still have the same thing as since I've been in and when I even got out. Like, I don't complain about nothing. There is no reason to complain. I had to tell myself all the time. Like, I can be physically ill or physically broken, and I just tell myself, hey, suck it up and let's go.
And some things, you know, it's not even about complaining about. Some things is just being real about. It's bigger than us about. Like you were talking about earlier, like all you fought for and all that you didn't give to this country because you wanted benefits and shit like that and you wanted to be taken care of in the end. Everybody has different reasons. Some are super fucking patriots. It's in their family DNA. That's what they do. Some wanted the college money. Some didn't want to go to jail. Some didn't want to gangbang. Everybody got their own fucking reason. I ain't want to work at Burger King for the rest of my life. Like,
I was trying to get out of Baton Rouge.
everybody got their own reason. But when you get in there, you become part of that team. You become part of that brotherhood. The reason why you stay is not because of the political crap. It's because of the family that you build. It's because of the brothers that you could call like, yo, my girl tripping, I need to move. And you know, 8 or 9 grunts will show up and pick up trucks and U-Hauls and get you up out of there.
And liquor too.
And, oh, you know we gonna drink.
You know, we got to drink heat. We was drinking. I was drinking
You
Hennessy.
know
moving this
you know you're gonna drink.
motherfucker.
I failed Daggs. No, sir, you didn't fail Daggs. I have known for years that he was struggling. I did nothing. I don't know if it's anybody because I felt for years I failed Balat. And if we start to take that on now, we start to battle some same demons and we started to battle some depressions in our life. I know I did, and that was one of the reasons I contemplated suicide. How could I let my brother go out like that? How could I not say anything? Why didn't I pick up the phone when he kept calling? And I know some of us gonna feel that way, but you gotta stop that. They wouldn't want that for us. We didn't fail anybody. We did everything that we can do. And there's no failing in this life. Failure isn't final. It's not over for me until you dead. So it's like we could feel like, okay, I dropped the ball on this mission.
We all got regrets.
Right. I mean, you don't even need to have none of those. It's like I dropped the ball on this mission. If you're alive, it's gonna be another mission.
It took me a while. It took me a while to shake back on some shit that I figured I dropped the ball on.
Yeah.
That wasn't fortunate for my tail. My own mechanics and shit that was coming to recover the body. But that's a whole different I don't want too much get too deep into that. But yeah, we all have our demons, man. You have to find a way to filter that shit, get your help. You know what I'm saying? Go to counseling, go fucking get in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, do something.
Look, and you just said the perfect thing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Daggs, my lieutenant. He does, I want to say Taekwondo and karate, and you already know the piece that comes with that. But, sir, yeah, and you have to understand again.
You get similarities with people. That's with the military. Like, hey, it wasn't all the same similarities, but we all found a hobby in it, and we liked certain things particular in it. So, find something that you're going to get into, and get your mind right.
We just get in the circle.
A whole lot of things. Maybe it's fishing. Maybe it's playing basketball. Maybe it's something out there. Waking up and you make the same connection as you did in the military. When in the military, we all find a connection. We're stuck with each other. Hey, same thing when you go play ball. You start shooting ball and start talking with people.
Man, after every ruck march, we got in the circle and we fucking rolled.
Yeah,
we rolled, man. After every fucking ruck march.
Hey man, I rucked for Daggs yesterday. I get out there and I ruck and I make it happen. And listen, man, I don't always ruck because the shit feel good. I ruck because I'm dealing with some weight. And you got to pick it up and you got to put it on your back and you got to move on. Like Daggs is saying, I don't want nobody to have to take responsibility for me making that decision for my life. And I understand that. You take responsibility when you feel like you should have been there. Right. But you have to understand that it's It's probably nothing that we could do, because if it was, it would have been done and we wouldn't be here.
Right.
But now that we're here, it's like, how do we heal from this? We already know we all dealing with demons, but what steps did we take? You know, besides seeing therapy. I know I had a praying wife and a praying mother for me. I would get my Bible all the time before we went on Michigan in 06, 07. Like, it's something that we had to do. It was something that we had to feel. I was talking to somebody earlier, squad leader. He like, yo, my wife told me I changed. And if I don't get help, I am. And if I don't get help, then she's going to leave me. You know what I'm saying?
You just got to check all your bullshit at the door.
Absolutely.
Let all your pride go, all that bullshit, man, and get the help. That's just something.
This is what I want to tap into. I'm going to go back into these comments real quick, because I don't want to miss what we're here for.
Really?
And we talking about the life and celebrating, because I ain't mourning. I'm celebrating, Daggs. So I want to look at these comments. Not at all, man, can't chase that demon. So, yeah, we talking about the demons and the stuff that we face. And it goes back to, okay, people responding to, like, hey, sir, this is not your fault. This is not your fault at all. And you should not take responsibility of that, because you still have people looking to you who are getting their strength and their energy from you. Unfortunately, this is something that's heavy on all of us that we could carry in that way. But to take ownership of that, that's just something that you couldn't pay for. You couldn't. To carry that type of weight, nobody should have to. I don't think so, because you have to think of the good things that you done and the seeds that you planted in his life, or the seeds that he planted in your life, and that's what you got to live through. You don't live through their hurts and their pains. It's like every time I crack open a Monster, all I see is Balant shit-eating grin. That's it. All I can think about is loading, talking to his wife and loading his casket down with Monster. So many to the point to where they said no more because the casket was too heavy.
Damn.
Couldn't do it. So I think about the good times, and that's what you have to do. Like me rocking the Michigan and me rocking the Detroit Tiger socks, I know that Daggs was into sports, and that's what he enjoyed. We all have demons we face. Hell, we face them every year with the Lions in football. That's a demon. We already know.
I ain't gonna get into that with y'all. I ain't gonna get into that.
Hey, I completely understand that, sir. You was a captain when you got out and responsible for every soldier underneath me. I completely understand that. But also when you get out, you're still a normal human being, and every soldier is responsible for themselves as well. So just like you could reach out, they have to reach out. Sometimes it's like I tell my wife, I see the signs, I see what she want me to do sometimes, but don't ask me to read your mind. I'm not a mind reader, because I can read the signs wrong and I can say something. It's like asking a fat lady if she's pregnant.
Oh yeah, you get your ass chewed up, man.
I'm just saying.
I just keep
And
it to myself.
it's like asking the fat lady if she's pregnant. Or a pregnant lady if she fat. I don't know how you want to look at it. What I'm saying is this. It's hard to ask people certain questions, especially when it comes to this type of losing life, if they don't come out and tell you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because automatically being an infantry guy, an ego guy, we going into defense mode. Especially when I was told about this is stuff that I can't talk about. This is not what we talk about. So you should not, take responsibility for that. Although you are a captain and you will be a captain and you're responsible for every soldier soldier is responsible for themselves first, because we have to take control of our own self-aid before we can do buddy aid. And a part of self-aid is talking to your buddies and letting them know that you need aid and you need help.
Right.
So this is, sir, I would say I can't tell you what to do or how to do it, but I would ask you, and I would caution you with the words that you use when you take responsibility for something so big, because only God can carry that weight. You got so many other things you're responsible for. So many. Life that you have right now. You know what I'm saying? We don't know why our brothers face the demons they do and go, that's a good point, bro, but I could have done more for the kids I knew. I could have done more for this kid. I knew he was hurting. Well, I completely understand that, sir. And you're gonna feel what you want to feel, and that's completely your choice. But I would caution you. I tell myself, this is my mind. I control my thoughts. And how, depending on how deep we go into a thought, it can take us into a depression and a mess in a place that we don't want to be in if we keep taking responsibility for a person's life that ended. You wasn't driving the car, you wasn't driving the car, whatever the case may have been. You reached out when you thought was necessary, and all the time we don't make the best decision in the end. But again, every time you wake up, life begins again for you. There's somebody new in your life that God is going to bring across your path for you to plant seeds into. It's not about the things that we lost. It's about what we do with the things that we have now, I think.
Right.
Even when it comes to the people, it sucks to keep having these conversations and wondering why more is not done. It's like my buddy Stafford said, these push-ups ain't working. This 22 push-up challenge shit not working. Because people still losing their life. In the National Guard, we used to have a phone tree.
Oh,
like, yo, call me when you get home. Yeah, and like you said, we got jobs and we got stuff to do, but you can't tell me we can't find a way to tap in every month to say, what's up, brother, you good? Because when football season come on, you get your fantasy football on.
I think right now, bro, America, period, is going through a hard time with, you know, you got this corona shit going on, people confined in the homes, and they're not being able, especially us grunts, say you're fucking confined with your demons all day. You know what I'm saying? Feel like you don't have that outlet. It's a lot of other shit that's going on that's depressing the whole fucking country right now. Then you add the PTSD into all this bullshit. You lost your wife, you'll probably lose your fucking house, your kids you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, then you come to this motherfucker feel like, you know what I'm saying, like you can't even get a job or none of this other shit, man. You like, damn, I came from here being an infantryman in the military to here getting out the motherfucker, and that's a hit to people.
I learned real fucking fast that being an infantry guy, depending on how far you go, Special Forces Ranger, bro, you just a glorified fucking security guard. You can get a police officer job, but when I applied for the APD in 06, 07, 08, they thought I was crazy because I just came home from Iraq. They ain't want no part of that. They like, no, y'all boys don't get the help y'all need. It's already known.
I'm trying to picture Officer Smitty over here, man. Officer Smitty,
man. I just had fun chasing them boys. What you got? I would have been a great cop, but I would have got fired because I ain't never arrested no damn body. I've been too busy inspiring them to hope to do the right thing.
Give them a pep talk.
Yeah, give them a pep talk. Because why I'm going to ruin their life and put a tag on them.
Be like, where your house at, man? I'm going to follow you.
I'm taking my belt off and whoop his ass and get some push-ups out of him.
Yeah. We definitely be gone.
We gonna have a smoke session right out there. Not no weed either at the time.
You gonna get that alcohol out?
Oh man, it gonna get your issue out you.
You gonna go viral, man.
Let's drink this. Let's just really have a conversation here.
How many people actually watch them 22 push-up videos? I love you, brother. Take care. Hey, sir, you take care too. Hopefully you stay watching if you're not even talking. But you take care as well, and know that we always here. We love you. We love you, man. You did all that you can do. And that's all you can do is be the best of you. That's it. Let's see. How many people actually watch them 22 push-up videos? I don't think not many people watch those videos, Becker, because I ain't even watched making it through my own 22 videos.
Yeah.
So, and I do 22 a day easily, but to sit out and watch the videos, nah, I don't think so. Come down here to Georgia. We're always hiring cops. Hey,
I ain't looking for the job, you know, for the cops, all that. But I'm coming to Georgia. I'm coming to Georgia.
Gats, that's his brother right there. But yeah, man. So we've talked a lot about, you know, the sad times and the hard times. But somebody give me some good times, like, cause we crying and mourn. Like when I think about again, Balant, somebody that lost their life. I remember one time. It was my guy, Piper. We was in his room, and he was on the computer when you first could start talking to somebody, like on MySpace or something like that. And I ain't know nothing about that computer stuff, but Balad did. He went in there and he was typing a message, and we was just going back and forth with his girl, right? And he said some of the craziest things but it actually wound up working. It was something we laughed about forever. And Piper wound up talking to us later and telling us about how the girl liked her and whatever. It wound up being a great story. So most of the time I think about him, I think about monsters and it take me to sad times. You know what I'm saying? But when I think about Daggs, I think about Little Mighty Mouse, the cartoons. He was a small guy, but he was fearless. Fearless, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember him always wrestling with somebody, rolling up with the big guys. Fearless, little scrappy dude. You know what I'm saying?
I know I had a couple of those in my platoon, man.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, you gotta remember the good times, bro. Remember the good times.
Man, you have to remember the good times. Yeah, Piper, he's still out there. He's doing good, man, again. It's a lot of guys, it's a lot of hooligans that I don't always remember. It's a lot of bulldogs that I don't always remember. We talking about my brother Daggs right now. I want to say not too long ago I lost a guy from the 141, with a 112 Cav, who the last unit I deployed with.
Oh, 112?
Nah, man, it's a National Guard unit.
Oh, I'm about to say, yeah.
First of the 112 Cav, not I don't know what you is, but yeah.
You know.
Man, I ain't no Cav scout no way. I'm an infantry man.
Goddamn right.
Fucking Cav scouts out.
I ain't no scout.
Oh, I ain't I no infantry.
Hey, we just got bigger guns. That's all.
I don't like leg work. Yeah, but anyhow, man. Anyhow, man, Daggs was a fun dude. You know what I'm saying? I've had a good time with him all the time. It's been years probably since I talked to him besides on Facebook because, you say you deploy, people go their separate ways. How can you forget Piper? People go their separate ways and people begin to do separate things, and it seems like the only time we come together is doing one of these things. But listen, man, if you don't have an outlet to let yourself out every Sunday, tune in to Grunt Speak and speak out about whatever you feel. Right. This ain't no bullshit. Well, all I'm going to do is keep it real, and I'm going to be the same Smith you want to see me as. Same shooter. But this is not just about drinking beers or ciders and talking shit and holding each other weapon score. We going to do that too. But we want to see brothers be successful and get through outside of the military.
That's the main thing, man.
Because life's still going on.
You use the best cream of the crop in the military infantry, so get out there and represent, man, straight up.
Oh, man. How can you forget Piper? My favorite moment is when Roger launched 40 millimeter on his fellow squad leader on accident.
Damn.
Camera, small brain, Robert Rinker. Hey, now I'm 19 Delta also. Okay. Bye, Grunt, fuck Grunt. Everybody's welcome. You big Sarge, big Robert Rinker, the Yeti. He got to go shave his back. He's a big fella, so he's a big fella. But yeah, man. When I think about guys like that and the things, and we just talked about, I was talking about earlier about politics and voting. It's like, it's a lot going on. I watch my brothers deal with the stuff that they got to go through with the governor in Michigan and what you can and cannot do. Right. I'm living here in Texas, and how Texas, we opening everything up. Get it how you live. This Texas, you know what I'm saying?
Atlanta never closed.
It's the greatest country in the world.
Who said? Blue on blue. Who said it was on accident? He was firing on the 40 millimeter earlier.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so everybody got different rules that they got to follow. Like you said, people boxed in a house, they can't get out. They're not able to move the way they want to move. Or some of them at least. Not me. I still do what I want to do. Move how I want to move. When I want to move.
Having hissy fits about toilet paper and shit.
Who doing that?
Man, the whole fucking America, bro. Toilet paper was
no.
out.
Yeah. I remember it's out, but I ain't never been out. My wife a couponer, bro.
Bro, well, there you go.
Hey, you need to go look at her page, First Class Living on YouTube. Tell your wife, learn how to say you. But you seen the garage.
Hey, I still gotta come over and
you
get my
seen the
shit,
store?
Man.
You seen the store?
I ain't going to the store no more. I'm coming to the what y'all call it,
hey,
man.
It's the First Class Living garage.
Oh,
man.
that's tight though.
Yeah,
there you go. First class, baby.
Yeah, the FCLD. The FCLG.
Why you bullshit?
Yeah, the FCLG. Oh, I remember that sank a boat. But anyhow, man, let's think about some of those good times, man. Let's celebrate. And then how do we make a difference? Is it something that we do right into our Congress? Is it like, you got a bunch of people that show up like state capitals with their guns and demanding to go back to work for coronavirus and stuff like that. But we not making those stands on mental health for our fellow brothers. You know, let's do a ruck.
Shit, to tell you the truth, we gotta police each other.
Absolutely, that's it.
We can't put this in the hands of the government, all this other shit. You know, the government's not built to support the people that you know what I'm saying, that's here. So, you know, we got to police our fucking selves. So.
Well, you know, we put them in place to do the right thing by the people, but the people is allowing the government, a small few, to run shop and do whatever they want to do.
Just a big
you know
money,
what I'm saying?
money grab.
It is, but you're absolutely right. We do have to police our own people, and that's what we talking about here, like the phone tree, reaching out. I know we come home and we go our separate ways and we do separate things, but a lot of us, I don't want to say all, a lot of us see one another on some type of social media outlet. Whether you infantry, and excuse me, this by grunts for grunts. So if somebody on here that's in the infantry that's still showing tits and ass, guns and alcohol that you connected to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's somebody here that's infantry that's showing computer nerds, tech geek, you know, the new stuff that came out. There's somebody here infantry that's showing some guitar stuff, some music stuff.
It was
somebody on here.
It was so easy to keep up and know the mental health of my soldiers when we was there one-on-one with them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, over the internet, all that shit, anybody could shoot us some bullshit, say, man, I'm good, I'm tracking, fast tracking, this, that, and the third. But if you ain't, I think it needs to be more hands-on.
But here's the thing. What I'm saying is, though, you absolutely right. See, I don't believe this social media is the way to be this is not very social. This is not very social at all.
This
is just a way to
don't nobody post their failures.
No.
So, you know.
Ain't nobody talking no real shit unless you talking like me.
You can't look at this bullshit people post every day and look down on yourself or your life. You know what I'm saying? People's not posting their failures, man. Just gotta use your head, man, and you know, get your shit together and get yourself right, man. Get yourself spiritually, whoever God you worship or whatever, man. And you gotta get that shit right, man.
But you got wisdom.
And I think one of the big things though too is you gotta find time for yourself.
Absolutely. Right. You ain't gonna find it. You gotta make it.
And stress levels plays into all of that, man. And if you ain't find that time for yourself, whether again, find that hobby, find something that you like to do. Whether it's fishing, you know, go out and do something. Hey, maybe you do just need that time.
Hey, what's up, Gabe?
Or maybe, hey, Battle, I need you to come over. Hey, we like to set, myself, I like to set bonfires and go fishing.
Right.
You know, if I ever in a need or whatever else, that's what I'm going to do. I'll go out and I may be quiet or whatever else. But, you know, if I'm quiet, you know what to look out for. You know, with each other here, I'm never quiet.
Yeah.
If I ever sit down and I'm chilling for longer than, 12, 14 hours, you know something's wrong with me. That's what everybody at work. They don't see me come with my energy. They're like, hey, what's wrong with you, man? Right? Yeah. Everybody has their signs. Whether it's like stands out 100%, maybe it's something you do anything like you're doing something that you're not used to doing, like everybody sees. You know, enemy always adapt to what we did, right?
Yeah,
So
TTP's
we adapt to our fellow soldiers too. We always know what they do. We know what they do. Hey, whether they're sharing like shitty ass comments on Facebook or shit like that, and then they start sharing like the depressing stuff and talking about problems in their life. Hey, man, reach out. That's where it comes into play. You know, you don't always have to be there in person, but just be alert and just like, oh shit, he was posting something that was not him.
Yeah,
not her.
That is 100% correct right there, brother. So many wars going on, not just military, it's the streets, military, religion, and so forth. Oh, come on now. See, look, Grunt Speak, and we celebrate my man Eric Daggs and Stephen Balan and anybody I'm forgetting, Poole. And this is for anybody who's lost somebody to suicide or some senseless act, but definitely suicide, because the streets is just as real as the military. If you anything like me, I was in the streets before I got to the military. Yeah. The military was just more of a structured game.
That's all.
That was it. It was just more of a structured way of life.
That's
so
it.
People lose family members in the streets too that can't deal with it. You think about back in the day, one of the hot rappers out of Atlanta, Waka Flocka Flame, his brother committed suicide.
Right.
And that tore him up. It's like, yo, it doesn't matter. Robin Williams committed suicide. Andrew Bourdain or whatever. Like, so many people.
One of my homies hung his fucking self on the fucking car. What is it? The car rear mirror outside.
Yeah.
Took a fucking belt, hung his fucking self. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he like sat down and hung his fucking self, man. That shit crazy, bro. Grew up with him, everything, like brothers. We all go through it. You know, you lose people to gun violence.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, man. That's a whole nother story.
Nah, that's
right
a
there.
whole different one.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. I don't know. I feel like yeah, I will. I feel like I could deal with gun violence more than easier than I can deal with suicide, and maybe it's just because of the environment I grew up in, growing up in Detroit. Thinking about that, Kibby just posted something, tell my story, dropped me off, and I say I think gun violence because I remember where I did drill lab was in the city, the Light Guard Army on 8 Mile, of course, on 8 Mile, and Kibby who stayed in what I thought was the burbs. I don't know. I think like Waterford or somewhere out in that area. What I thought was the burbs. I'm not 100% sure, but 9 times out of 10, he had a good life, okay? I'm just messing with you. But I remember one day he dropped me off at home from drill, and I stayed in the hood. Then I wasn't on 7 Mile no more. I was in the Brightmoor. I was in the hood for real. And he dropped me off at home, and I remember he looked at me, he had a red Monte Carlo. He had some sounds in it and everything, and all he listened to was hip hop. He was cool, right?
Already.
I remember, I said earlier in the Army, I'm squared away Smith, you know, always uniform, good, I'm on time, I'm sharp. So nobody really know my home personal life where I live.
Right.
So when he dropped me off at home, he's like, yo, am I gonna get robbed or carjacked? Am I gonna get killed? Or I'm like, nah, man, nobody gonna mess with you. You a white boy. They either gonna think you the police, you crazy, or you selling dope.
Eminem.
Like you good. So it's like to hear somebody getting robbed or hear somebody being shot and killed. Unfortunately, I understand that type of gun violence more than I understand or have heard of suicide. Like, and with suicide, it messes me up because it's like, yo, what happened? What was the signs? Like, what was going on? They seem so happy.
Right. Man, we got, you know.
Hey,
there you go.
RJ, one of the things I was right up on that they're also saying is like 65% of deaths in the military now are due to suicide.
Yeah, man.
It's more than what actually happens in the war. I mean, that's a big look. I mean, just like I was saying, where's the government? And where's these people that actually
say they care?
They care. I mean, you know, we've got to. The reality is,
it can't depend on the government.
Than what it is. It needs to be talked about more. It needs to be. There needs to be a hashtag for it. You know, really bigger than what it is. And
That's
like you're saying, hey, what does it take to get that announcement out to, you know, to the people and say, hey, if you're married to an army soldier, whether it's a he or she or whatever else, you know, hey, or whatever military branch it is, hey, reach it, you know, hey, just find some time and speak with them.
That's it.
Really talk to them about it.
And you have to, you know, here's the thing I learned being an infantry soldier, and it's for all my family members out there watching, especially you got a loved one you know you love and you know they different. You have to have some patience and you have to take time and you have to ask questions, I hate to say this, but strategically. And when they talking though, anytime you got an infantry soldier or army soldier or female, whatever, anybody that served, especially been overseas, when they are voluntarily talking about the things that happen overseas, shut the fuck up and let them talk.
Right.
I don't really want to say I don't hate to be that way. I mean that. And I'm speaking from my experience because it's not that often that they're going to talk about some of the gruesome things that they've been through. But you can understand when they're talking about them, it's therapeutic for them. It's not to scare you or glorify their damn horror stories and all the stuff that they had to do through. And they just need to get it off their chest. So if you want to learn, be quiet and listen to them. That's it. And it's the same thing with our brothers who losing their battles to suicide, who losing their battles to these demons. We don't gotta always be like, yo, let's get together, have a drink, or let's go get the hoes, or let's go shoot some guns. No, shut the fuck up and sit on the phone and listen to them. Don't make fun of they crying. Don't make fun of they spazzing and going back and forth. Right. Just listen to them. Yeah, that's what I see.
Got to, man. But we gotta police each other up.
We gotta police each other, and we gotta police ourselves. You know how it went down in basic. If you can render aid, self-aid first is the first step. Self-aid and then buddy aid. So like you said, you gotta start taking care of yourself and speaking out.
And this here if one person fucked up in the platoon,
Oh man,
everybody fucked up in the platoon.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Oh man, I know, Gabe. John and Roger, you guys need to get a room and work it out once and for all.
He say, "Fuck you, Roger."
He can't. He can't this size. Yeah, I'm confused on it. I
He
don't.
can't decide.
Yeah, I don't know. They look like this is Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. These
I'm a little
grunts
lost with that one
is
now.
speaking some other language.
Mm.
But anyhow, man, I really want to celebrate the memory of Daggs. I remember, like I said, the smile. He reminded me personally of Mighty Mouse.
Right.
He just had the big smile every time I seen him. He was fearless, little dude that had a big heart. You know what I'm saying? Whether you were out drinking with him, we were talking sports. He can be a little shit sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But when, he was a good guy overall. We all face demons and we all have things that we go through and we'll never understand. But if you see something like I'm not able to tell you what's the right way or the wrong way to interact with somebody. But if you see something, you feel something for you that your buddy could be going through, and it's like in your mind I should reach out, then you got to reach out.
Man, it's days that I wake up, man, at night, and I had my, had a little fucked up dream, whatever. I get in that motherfucking garage,
Man.
and lift that motherfucking iron till I can't lift no more till my, until I can just go back to bed and just fucking sleep through the night. You know what I'm saying? I funnel my shit through lifting weights.
Absolutely.
And I
Rocking.
think once you find what you like to do or whatever, man, stick to it. When you having your problems or whatever, you know what I'm saying, go do that shit.
Rucking.
Period.
If you ever listen to me talking about rucking, and I'm talking about carrying the weight, I'm telling you, rucking is what got me through dealing with the death of my mother. That was the only way I was able to, because rucking, listening to that David Goggins. And I remember listening to David Goggins, and he talked about, I'm not running 100 miles and 200 miles and doing all these crazy hours to prove I'm the baddest motherfucker. I'm preparing my mind for that day. I get that call at 5 a.m. that my mother died or something like that. And I'm like, I feel that. I'm putting this ruck on not because I want to show I'm old. Look at me, 43-year-old big bad Sarge, I can still ruck. No, man, my knees still hurt. My ankles hurt. Like, my back be sore, you know what I'm saying? But I still get up. I still get after it because I know the weight of life is going to keep punching you in your face daily. And if you don't punch back, you will succumb to it.
Man, fuck people do what make you happy.
It goes back to one of the things I seen on Facebook. It says that God is a bow and you are an arrow. He's going to pull you back to the full extent, to the maximum he can pull you back. And then when he's going to let you go, when you let you go, that's when everything else is pierced right through it.
Absolutely. Yes, sir, Rinka. Daggs did have a big heart and a big shit-eating grin. That is 100% correct. His grin was so sweet, sometimes I didn't know if it was a real grin or if he was shitting me. You know? Like, I didn't know if he was being honest with me, if he was pulling my leg. He's just one of those dudes that had that smile, and you would probably believe it either way. So, for some guys, if you feel like I'm giving you shit about not seeing the if you feel like I'm giving you shit for not seeing the signs, that's not me giving you shit. I'm just saying we got to look more. But he was one of those guys that had that type of grin that it could go either way. Hell, I can see that because I could do that too sometimes.
And the cold part, we not gonna know most of the time, all the time, but
deepest demons that you can't see.
Right.
When it comes around to that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real hard to know from them. But again, it's some of those things, like I was saying, trying to be aware of your surroundings, be aware of, what they're talking about and what they're doing.
And some motherfuckers want to go with no pity.
Yeah.
They don't want you to feel sorry for them. They want to do what the fuck they want to do, and if they got their mind made up to do it, they
That's
gonna
it.
want to do the shit.
It's a done deal.
They don't want the pity.
You're not able to change that. Yeah, when a person is mind
They
made
don't want
up,
it on your conscience. You know what I'm saying? So they keep the shit to themselves.
And again, I go back and I say this. If you feel like for you that there's more that you can do, then you do more.
Fucking right.
If you feel like you're doing enough, then everything I say can shut the fuck up. You don't got to listen to nothing that I've said.
Right.
You got to go to the crib. I'm rhyming now. You going to lay in your bed. You got to live with this. Like he said, when he can't sleep at night, he hit them weights and they get him right.
Right in the garage.
So listen, If you feel like you doing enough and you don't want to do no more, then that's fine by me. This is for those people who feel like they can do more and they need to reach out more, and it's questions that they ask themselves.
The best thing I ever did was picked up that mirror and looked in that bitch.
I said it's easier. It's harder to look in the mirror. It's so much easier to point the finger about why I'm fucked up.
Put that mirror
let's see. Daggs, big heart, big shot. Yep, got that. Your best message is when you have a ruck on. Okay, I don't really know what that means because I've never hit my best message yet. All my messages are the shit with or without a ruck on. So thank you anyhow. Hey, yeah, all the messages are good to me. But you know what? To be honest with you, I don't have a best message. They all suck to me at times, and I'm my own worst critic. So it's kind of like we get trapped in our own minds. Like you said, when the mind is made up and you tell yourself something, it's what you want to see. 100 people have told me, oh, man, I like your message. It's really helping me. I like it. But if I'm like, yeah, it's some bullshit, and you're just going to be stuck. But thanks, man. I appreciate that. It lets me know that you watching and listening to the messages. So you got to put your ruck on. Sorry.
Right.
Got to put your ruck on. Truth. Owen say the truth. Man, it's really simple, y'all. Reach out to somebody or reach in. Reach into you and see what's inside of you, because when you start to find what's inside of you, it's easier for you to help to see what's inside of somebody else. Right. Then we don't got to be talking about their death, and when they get on the phone, you can listen to them, but you can celebrate their life and remind them of the things that they provide in life. See, we don't always want to just listen and be like, whoa, why you want to do this and have 100 questions. No, sometimes you need to send them a reminder about why you follow them and why their life is a blessing. Like, you have to encourage people sometimes. Sometimes some people need to pick me up. That's just what it is. Everybody ain't able to get up like Wolf or like Sutton or maybe myself or other people and have that energy. Some people need to pick me up.
Some people need that foot up their ass too.
Straight sideways.
To get up and
Yeah, no, it's the truth. Some people were successful in the military because there was a foot on their neck.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people requires the tell me what to do type, and then some people are the go-getters, but even then still like y'all said.
That's just like
it's hard. It's really hard.
just like I say this, man. Everybody's not meant to be bosses. You gotta have workers too.
I just listen to
just what it is.
Talking about
when you got two bosses. At the end of the day, I was discussing that with my coworker the other day. I go to work, I get bossed around. I go home, I get bossed around.
Right.
And that's why I said what I said earlier about finding that time for yourself. Sometimes you just need to get away for a few and explain to both individuals, whether you're married into a strict relationship and then your work, you got bossed around so much. You know what? I need to go on vacation, but also I need to talk to my significant other and be like, hey, I need some time just to get out and, maybe go hang with my homeboys or hang with my military battles.
Put your motherfucking chest up sometimes on it. Put your chest up on the one.
It's that personal time. I mean, it's a lot that weighs in on you every day if you're raising a family, kids, and you're married.
Absolutely.
It's like that go to work.
Hey man, it's a big thing, man. I learned to tell myself only two opinions count in my life, mine and God. Everybody else's opinion, fuck them. And I say it to my wife, and I tell her I hope you feel the same way, because I can't provide your happiness, and it is not up to me to give you the life that you say you want to live. But as your husband, I am 100% your partner in helping you get that. If you come to the table with your happiness and I come with mine, and you have a relationship with something bigger than you and I something bigger than me, I'm not attempting to change you. You're not attempting to change me. We have shit that we not gonna have in a relationship. Right. But we decide, you do you, I'm gonna do me, and it works better that way. And so you saying that is important, because I think a lot of times grunts and sometimes men, they don't have that outlet no more in life, because maybe before, when you was younger, hanging with your homies, you was drinking, smoking, and chasing hoes. So as you get older, your significant other could think that's what y'all on or that's what y'all doing, so you don't hang out as much, or you start saying, I gotta sit at home, I gotta be a family man. That's admirable, you supposed to. But as a man, you still want to get around other men and talk the way men do. It's just like women getting together and sharing, because if we got together more as men and talk the way men do, like Kibby just said here, at the end of the day, I think talking about our issues is the big thing. Love you, grunts. At the end of the day, if we got together as men and talk like the fucking Spartans did when you watch the movie Sparta, this is Sparta, they was together deep.
Right.
And they talked about every and anything. You ain't gonna have those type of numbers in suicide then, bro.
Right. Well, basically, them motherfuckers was like we was in combat.
Absolutely.
That's when you active or whatever in the military.
Yeah, they live like that together for real though. Again, I know we not finna see each other all the time and talk every day. This message is for those who feel like they could do more in some way. I'm not talking about taking responsibility for what somebody else did. I'm talking about if you know you scrolling on here and you seen something that touched your heart and it was something that you should have said or did, you need to reach out more, bro.
Right.
We need to reach out more, bro. Because we don't have to just keep reaching out and talking about these things when somebody lose their life. Yeah, we sad and we affected by this and we lost a brother at arms. But think about the kids. You know what I'm saying? Think about wives, ex or current. Just think about people that this person has spent life with and time with. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much bigger than that. We carry this, but kids carry that too. So it's like, yo, how do we do something as men to build a stronger bond to get men to be able to speak about their issues? That's the only reason we doing Grunt Speak and Grunts is Speak.
I think that for us with me, I had the concept that I don't really, outside with my personal life, I don't fuck with too many people.
Yeah, for sure.
So what I do now is I police up, the circle that I'm in now, the brothers that I, talk to on a daily, this, then the third. But be myself, I find myself guilty of not actually, coming up out of my bubble and actually doing a little more to reach out to people, you know what I'm saying? And,
It's almost like, and I'm not blaming the civilian world, but it's almost like everything that we were taught in basic training and everything we were taught in the military, the brotherhood and watch out for your battle is the thing that we get away from as soon as we get out. Because sometimes some of them fuckers just get on your nerves. You can't wait to get away from them. You know what I'm saying? They irritate you. Or you get a call and you go to help them out and you see like, oh, they on the same type of crap. We all go, you know what I'm saying, go through that and feel guilty at times, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, at the end of the day, I guess it's that moment when you feeling some type of way. You scroll through Facebook and you see that look on their face, or like Whiskey Charlie said, they send a crazy message out there. You're like, man, what's going on?
Right.
That's like me getting on here tomorrow saying, how much I hate life and I'm talking all this other crazy stuff. Y'all like, wait a minute.
Right.
Something wrong with Shooter. I'm like, fuck it, a rock. I never want to work out again.
You see me not lifting the barbell, something wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Something wrong.
That's like you said. That's like you going to work and not smiling and not being happy. There are signs out there. We just got to be willing to look for them. And we got to not only look for them in other people, look for them in yourself. Police yourself. Shooter said it earlier. He started looking in the mirror like Michael Jackson. I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his ways.
Got to, man. You go see them hoes, fill them bitches in, man. Simple and plain.
Accountable.
I found something my soothing also. Again, it doesn't mean you have to go out somewhere and do something, but I found my soothing even at my home, as in doing yard work or doing projects around the house.
Right.
You got to be appreciative of the small things, and that's the one thing I think the reality of life is though too is people always talk about how much the big things are in their life and they shout those out, but they don't ever shout the small things. And what it is other people take those big things and take it as a negative in their life because they don't have those things.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. We say at the end of the day, I think talking about your issues is the best thing. Got that? Love you, Grunts. The Nail says, great message, guys. Thanks. And Kibby says, good job, Ethan, for having this special session. You and Ross are doing a great thing. Rick Ross, Whiskey Charlie, who y'all don't see, he adopted well. He got the beard and the mindset for the wealth, moving to the same state. He just got more muscle and, that's whatever, But
good,
I know you don't take it no way. Hey, man, I hope that this special edition, this edition of Grunt Speak, what it was really started for, when it really came to my mind, I say God gave it to me, This is what it's all about. talking to grunts, about grunts, and talking people that love grunts, that's surrounded by grunts, because it's a grunt somewhere near you, even if you don't know. But this is what this is all about. Hoping to have these conversations before we have to get to this conversation, doing something that's like devastation, something that's tragic in our life. And figuring out, you know, how to continue to build on these things and really build life. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a work in progress. Nobody's perfect, and I'm not asking us to be that way. All I'm saying is we need to just care a little bit more, pay a little bit more attention, you know, one day by day. Just 24 hours in a day, 86,400 seconds in a day. If you could take 30 of those seconds and bless somebody else with your time, you never know how what you could do might ease the pain in their life or change their mind from, you know, taking their life. You know what I'm saying? So just a little time, man. I want to shout out Eric Daggs, and I want to look at something real quick because I know we have a donation page, and I want to post that in the link, but I got to find it real quick, so I'm going to have to see if I can open up the page.
Do your computer stuff, man.
And man, I ain't even, I'm computer lit. Hey, now I'm computer savvy, grunt figuring it out. And I'm on, what's the name?
Cold part about it, bro. We walk around with a computer in our palm every day.
Every day, and don't take advantage of the technology that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about that pretty often. It's like we don't use the things that we have.
Most shit to your question you can pull up on your phone right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything you need to know.
I was teaching my 72-year-old father how to use his Google Voice today. He hadn't had a phone in a while, so I've started practicing using my Google Voice. It's like you said, man, you got to start tapping into it, man. You got to find a hobby. You got to find something that you enjoy. It was something that you loved before the Army. It was something that you loved after you got out. Right. You know, you have to find a hobby. Hey, man, my hooligans out there, I'm on my other page looking for the I think the link, yes, the link for the donations. If you have the link for the donations, drop it down in the chat box for me real quick as I'm looking for it. Had lots of good times hanging out at Joe's Hookah Shop, slamming wild tigers and smoking the hookah or backwoods cigars with Eric. Between our patrols, I always cherish those times. Yeah, man. At Joe's Hookah Lounge, drinking the tiger piss in backwoods. Oh, my God. Those had to be good times right there. Let me go back and find his link just in case you want to donate and support the family in any way. Here we go. It is PayPal to I don't want that. Oh, okay. Hooligan LLC at yahoo.com. Hooligan LLC at yahoo.com. Hooligan LLC at yahoo.com.
What Whiskey Charlie over there doing, man?
Huh?
So you still looking for it?
Yeah, I found it. I'm typing it in right now. I was talking to myself. I just found it. I know. You know, Osar, you shoot went 2 grunts over here to find one thing. It was 27 minutes later. But I got it, though. The mission is complete.
Really?
All right. I just wanted to make sure I typed that in for anybody that wanted to make donations to the family or funeral services arrangements. Again, I thank y'all. Thank you, Mr. Platts, Sergeant Platts. I thank y'all for tuning in to Grunt Speak. Woo-wee, no I'm not. This will be the last time you see this shirt. I just realized I was wearing a grunt style shirt, but I only wore it for the skull and Punisher face, the 300 mask on there. Anyhow, thank you for tuning in to Grunt Speak, where this is by grunts for grunts, where everybody is welcome, but everybody cannot and will not be a member. If you're not 11 Bravo, 11 Charlie, 0311, 19 Delta, if you're not one of those infantry MOS identifiers, then you identify as family, but you're not immediate, if you know what I mean. Infantry, 11 Bang Bang, Blue Cord, always show up for one another. We on the scene. Reach out, man, to a hooligan, to a bulldog, to a mech wreck, reach out to anybody that you respect who has served, who has a family member that served, or who's a street guy that you may have heard or lost their life. Dealing with this thing called life. We all got something that we deal with, and we need to explore a better way. Look in yourself today. You got something for the people, Whiskey Charlie?
No, I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Right.
Shooter?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Hey, man, just like you were saying, man, just reach out. Don't be afraid to, express your feelings, And just like you were saying earlier, hey, listen. Just be the ears, man. Just be the ear, no matter who it is, friend, brother, sister, uncles, whatever else. Just be the ears for them. Maybe they just need to talk about it, get it off their chest. So a lot of times, it's all it takes is just to listen. Sit back and just listen. Whether it's on a phone, in person, however it is, just listen. Just don't say a fucking thing and just listen.
Listen to the sound within my heart.
Take your time. Hey, time is everything.
Take your time, man.
Yep.
And make sure you hearing that shit too. You listening, make sure you hearing that shit.
I learned something simple. I tell myself, when I'm talking, I should be teaching. When I'm listening, I should be learning.
Right.
That's prophetic right there, bro. Think about that one. If I'm talking, I should be teaching. If I'm listening, I should be learning. I shouldn't be judging everything that's coming out of your mouth, waiting to hurry up and respond. I should be seeing what type of seeds or jewels you planting in my life. And if I'm talking to you, I shouldn't just be wasting your time running a bunch of bullshit across your ears with stuff you don't even need to hear. I need to be planting some seeds in your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like they said, listen. On that note, this has been Grunt Speak, where grunts have spoken. And I hope some of the words that we use you take to your mental. I hope it was, I don't know, it's good for you. I hope it was good for you. Listening is the biggest key. Absolutely. Somebody told me that's why you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen more, talk less. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all have a blessed and wonderful Sunday night, man. We will see y'all next Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time, Texas time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Michigan time. And if you outside of those 2 time zones, California Pacific time zone, 2 hours behind me, 6 p.m., 3 hours behind Michigan, still 6 p.m. Tune in, share with a friend, leave a comment, say something, speak about it, and let's do something to change it.
All right.
We out.
We out, brother. Peace.
Whiskey Charlie, you